Here we are with a video of the second problem in your notes packet with regards to section 4.3, System of Equations with Word Problems. Here we have a system that's made up of two numbers. What we know about those numbers is that they're not going to be the same number because it says that they're two numbers. It says it's not two of the same number. So I'm going to call them for now number 1 and number 2. It could be 10, it could be 50. I don't know what the two numbers are. Okay, the next thing I'm told is that those two numbers sum to 37. I know that sum means to add. So the first thing that my brain is doing is saying, okay, these two numbers have to add up to 37. So something plus something else is going to have to be equal to 37 because that's what the word sum means, is that I've added these two things together and the resulting value is 37. I still don't know what these numbers are though, so I'm just going to keep going on and I'm going to keep working with the system. It says that not only do they add to 37, but they have a difference of 7. So this is going to be two numbers that not only do they add to 37, but difference means to subtract. So adding them together gives me 37. Subtracting them is going to give me a positive 7. Sum, difference. Those are very important words here. Make sure you know what they mean, and if they don't, you let me know. At this point, I actually have written the system. I know that might be a little bit weird thing to think about, but this is really what our system of equations is going to look like. The thing is, Desmos isn't going to like this. So instead of number 1 and number 2, I'm going to call them x and y. And so now everywhere you see the number 1 and 2, I'm just going to replace them with our variables that we use more often. And then that way Desmos will be able to give us an answer. Instead of 1 and 2, I'm going to write x and y. When they sum, they add to 37. And then when it's subtracted or when there's a difference, we end up with a positive 7. So I have x plus y is equal to 37 and x minus y is equal to positive 7. This is ready to go into Desmos because you've already written everything that you can. The whole goal is to find two numbers. So my answer should be an ordered pair where I have an x and a y. Let's just hope we can make that happen after we type in our second equation. And then sometimes the scale of the graph is going to be a little bit off, so just kind of mess around with it until you find a point of intersection. And here I get those two numbers, 22 and 15. That tells me that this is the solution to my system of equations where one of the numbers is 22 and then the other number is 15. Now, I wrote 17, but I'll fix that in a second. One of the things you can do here is you can always check and you can ask yourself, do these numbers actually add up and then subtract to what they're supposed to? So you can check yourself and you can say that 22, well, in my answer, 22 plus 17 is not 37. So that's a good way to catch yourself and to notice that I should have written 22, 15, but I wrote 22, 17. So you can check yourself and say, well, 22 plus 15, those two numbers do add to 37, and 22 minus 15 is 7.